Well, quite cold to kick things off on this Tuesday. Of course, we had clouds, we had a breeze, which knocked our feel-likes down into the single digits, but teased with some very welcome sunshine through the afternoon. That did boost temperatures back up 30-ish here in the Bluegrass, low to mid-30s down south. Heading into the final day of 2025. Could see a few flakes as we ring in the new year Wednesday night into early Thursday morning, especially here in the Bluegrass. It's going to be slightly colder just for New Year's Day. There will be some back and forth temperature-wise, but overall, we're going to be slowly moderating temperatures into early next week as we get into the early part of the new year. Again, teased with sunshine late morning, early afternoon, because the clouds have filled back in. You even see some returns along the I-71 corridor from Louisville up to Cincy. This is a weak wave that's cruising through the central part of the Ohio Valley. Again, the surface too dry to amount to anything. Yeah, if you see a flurry or two flying around this evening, don't be surprised, but we've got a little more significant clipper that's going to impact things by this time tomorrow evening, more so heading toward the midnight hour as we welcome the new year. Live look at Mount Sterling, Montgomery County, 28 there. So along the I-64 corridor, we drop back a few degrees, and I think that's where we will stay put. Up on Black Mountain, Harlan County, big whopping 16, but you're going to get that, of course, at 4,100 feet elevation, highest point in the state. Down south, we've now dropped back into the low 30s after being in the mid-30s earlier. As mentioned, upper 20s. Wind gusts beginning to drop back more in that 10 to 15 mile per hour range, so wind chills becoming less of a factor and will through the evening. Off to our southwest, low 30s, actually jumping into the mid to upper 30s, and I think that's where we will be tomorrow. There's that wave of energy that's going to cruise through the Ohio Valley and up into the Great Lakes. Another clipper follows suit later tomorrow into tomorrow night. So let's break it down. What happens tonight, combination of the clouds and winds shifting to the southwest at about 5 to 10 will drop off initially, put the brakes on, and then maybe come up a few degrees into tomorrow morning. And then with that southwest flow, even with some clouds around, I think upper 30s here in the Bluegrass, probably low 40s down south. So not a bad way to finish out the year. But look at the blue here kind of sneaking in right around the midnight hour for folks heading out to celebrate the new year. Dress accordingly first and foremost, but also don't be surprised to see a few snow showers flying around. Doesn't appear to amount to much, or should at this point. So counting it down tomorrow evening with the ball dropping here, a few snow showers, especially here in central Kentucky. Low 30s, there'll be a little bit of wind at play, so keep that in mind. We're going to be pretty close to average here, obviously, as these clippers pass through the area. They have a tendency to bring a reinforcing shot of some chilly air, so that's what we're looking at for the first day of 2026, mid-30s. We mentioned that area of low pressure that we were concerned about maybe bringing some rain showers, maybe even a bit of a wintry mix. We're going to jump into the mid-40s on Friday, but that is trending farther south for Friday night into Saturday. That's why we have nothing in the way of precipitation chances beyond what comes tomorrow night into early Thursday. So the weekend not looking bad. Yeah, it'll be close down along the border, but you see much of the green closer to that low over Tennessee. And then the first weekend of the new year should be pretty decent with some cooler air, but high pressure building in, so hopefully some sunshine in there as well. So scattered clouds tonight, steady temperatures, mid-20s, coming up a touch, heading into early tomorrow. And for New Year's Eve, the final day of 2025, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies, a little breezy, southwest winds 10 to 15, upper 30s. Again, tomorrow night, a few scattered snow showers should have very little impact at this point. Something we'll keep an eye on. First day of 2026, a little bit chilly, and then an extended stretch of generally dry weather with afternoon highs hanging in the 40s.